is Angela Owens with Phenomenal Business Solutions, and I help businesses streamline their finances, grow their businesses, and increase their profits. So today, the topic we're going to be covering is the secret to lowering the secret to lowering taxes starts with your books. So taxes tend to feel overwhelming to the average person because of the complex tax rules and deductions. They tend to change at a whim, and you have to be able to understand and interpret what the tax rules are saying, and fear of audits and penalties. And many business owners overpay taxes simply because of poor bookkeeping. So the connection between bookkeeping and taxes is that bookkeeping tracks income and expenses accurately. It helps identify deductions and credits you might miss, and it also prevents IRS red flags caused by inconsistent records. So as long as your bookkeeping is done on a regular basis, like I suggest at least once a month, but if you're able and have the bandwidth, every week is even better so that you can stay on top of things. And so make sure that you keep your bookkeeping up to date. And these are common mistakes that increase your tax liability. If you mix business and personal finances, it can be difficult to go through and find which ones are actually business, because let's say you go to Walmart to go grocery shopping, and then you also go to Walmart to go buy office supplies. So when you're trying to go through at the end of the year looking through your bank statement, you're not sure what you went to Walmart for. So if you use your personal debit card or credit card for your groceries, and then you swipe your business credit card or debit card for the office supplies part, then you automatically know when you see Walmart on your when you see Walmart on your list, that you know that it is office supplies or something like that. So that's definitely a way that you could do that, as well as business meals. You know, if you're swiping your card every time you go eat, but some of those are for business, you may not remember which ones are business and which ones are personal. So again, you are losing out on deductions because you can't figure out what is what. And then you got incomplete or missing records. So if you're not doing your bookkeeping with software, it's very possible that you will forget to count certain transactions, especially if you paid cash for some stuff and you don't enter that either. So you want to make sure that everything is complete. Then you got the misclassifying expenses. So you really need to understand what what category each expense that you make will where it will end up on your profit and loss statement or your balance sheet. And forgetting to track deductions, that was another thing I kind of mentioned on the incomplete record. Um, you got mileage that you have to keep track of. I suggest that you get an app. I really like Mile IQ. And if you use QuickBooks, you can actually use QuickBooks Online, and they will keep track of your mileage as well. Or you can go the old-fashioned way, just make sure you write down your mileage for everywhere that you go. But also cash transactions. Are you going back and putting the cash purchases into your software? Or are you keeping the receipts so that you can make sure that you can count those later? And then the home office deduction. That's, if you don't track it, you still should be able to go back and figure out the expenses for that, because a lot of those you get the emails for your transactions, like when you pay your electric bill and your water bill, or for big expenses and stuff like that. But definitely make sure that you count everything. So accurate bookkeeping saves you money. You can maximize deductions by ensuring every expense is recorded, and I mentioned that on the previous slide. Keep financial records, and that will help you stay audit proof. I have in my early years of doing bookkeeping, I had a client that brought me in because she was being audited. And her bookkeeping, she had been doing her bookkeeping. However, once the auditor looked at her books, everything was out of order and it wasn't reconciled. It was really just a big mess. So they said that her QuickBooks file was inadmissible and it was not going to help her um, be able to get deductions. So if she submitted that as her record, then they were going to disallow all of her expenses. So I helped her to get all that together so that she can, claim everything. But it is very, 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 very important to have accurate bookkeeping. And it also helps with tax planning and estimated payments. So a lot of people, you can get um, a waiver usually for your first year of underpayment penalty. However, the next year going forward, you want to calculate your quarterly taxes so that you don't have to pay a penalty at the end of the year. And so if your bookkeeping is accurate, then you can know about how much you need to pay every quarter to make sure you stay on top of that. And these are tools and best practices for accurate bookkeeping. Use accounting software. I have a love-hate relationship with QuickBooks, but it is the most popular. And depending on your industry, QuickBooks might be still the best option for you, especially because it integrates with most programs that companies use. And then Zero is like an up and coming accounting software, and a lot of bookkeepers and accountants are considering switching over to Zero, but they haven't really caught up to everything that QuickBooks can do. And then Wave is a really good program for people who have very simple transactions, like everything in your bank account. You can upload that and categorize it, and that's all that you need to do. Wave will be perfect for that. And also, Wave comes with merchant services. So if you want to send invoices to people and have them pay right away, Wave is a good program for that as well. And then I recommend that you reconcile your accounts every month and keep receipts and digital records. So your receipts can sometimes fade over time. So if you can get an app or a scanner and scan all of your receipts, then that will be the best. I like the Epson RR600W scanner, and you can scan your receipts and everything and attach them to QuickBooks if that's the software that you use. And it will also break out your expenses and stuff like that. So just figure out what works with you for you, and then also work with a professional to review. So even if you are not able to hire a bookkeeper or accountant full time, it's good to at least sit down with them and get a plan. I particularly offer a training for people who want to handle their bookkeeping themselves. So just reach out and I can help you get things in order. And then once you are ready to hire somebody, then we can talk about that as well. So this is what you should do next. One, you should conduct a bookkeeping checkup, see if everything is in order, see if you've already been doing what's needed to do, and then implement better systems or get professional help. So if you see that when you do your checkup that things are not as clean and accurate as you would like them to do, then work on a system that will help you to stay more organized. Or you can get professional help. Like I said, I offer training. I also help with workflows in the office so that you can maintain your bookkeeping and stuff like that. Or if you want me to do it all, I could do that too. So stay consistent throughout the year as well. So just really stay on top of it to make sure that you get the most out of your deductions so that you pay less taxes. And here's my contact information. I would love for you to schedule your free tax preparation consultation, which is at pbsllc.pro/calendar page. And when you set that appointment, even if you're not ready for taxes, we can go over some other things with bookkeeping and tips, and I can help you with what you need to do to stay organized. And if you have not already downloaded my tax organizer, go to pbsllc.pro/tax organizer. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and talk to you soon.